Pakistan receives final $1 billion tranche of Saudi support package. Karachi, Pakistan has received the third and final $1 billion tranche of $3 billion financial assistance from Saudi Arabia, which will bolster the country's depleting foreign exchange reserves, the central bank's spokesman said on Friday. The bailout package was agreed in October last year amid balance of payments crisis that threatened to cripple the country's economy. Saudi Arabia pledged to provide a $3 billion deposit for Pakistan's foreign currency reserves, and another $3 billion in deferred oil payments. Today, we received $1 billion as placements of funds from Saudi Arabia, the State Bank of Pakistan's chief spokesman Abid Kamar told the news. The latest $1 billion in deposits would help increase Pakistan's foreign reserves to $15.2 billion, while it would ease pressure on the balance of payments. The country's foreign exchange reserves stood at $13.257 billion, of which the SBPs were $6.636 billion as of January 18. The SBP's reserves would reach $8.6 billion, sufficient to cover 2 months of imports. Gulf states have extended $4 billion to Pakistan as part of the aid package since November last year. Saudi Arabia was the first to place $2 billion with the SBP in November and December, while another $1 billion were received from the United Arab Emirates on January 24. The remaining $2 billion from the UAE were expected to be released in 2 tranches in the next couple of weeks. The Abu Dhabi Fund for Development, earlier this week, committed $3 billion through a deposit into the state bank's accounts. Analysts said the bilateral assistance would consolidate stability on external and fiscal sides, and spur economic growth. This would also improve the country's capacity to service foreign debt. This is a positive development for the forex reserves and the balance of payments. However, lack of measures to address a huge budget deficit will pose a challenge to the economy, Saad Hashmi, research director at Topline Securities, said. Bilal Khan, a senior economist at Standard Chartered Bank, said bilateral financial support has certainly provided policymakers room on the balance of payments front. However, we remain of the view that an IMF program is, in all likelihood, necessary for Pakistan to access the capital markets, as well as keep multilateral financing on track, he added. The government expects the foreign reserves to jump to $20 billion by next week on assumptions of Chinese inflows. Some analysts said Pakistan's improving external account position could provide little room for the central bank to hike interest rates and to devalue currency. In a recent poll conducted by Trustmark comprising over 25 bankers and brokers, 81.82% in the market unanimously agreed that SBP was likely to keep policy rate unchanged in its upcoming monetary policy this month. A small faction, 13.64%, however, was of the view that the SBP might further increase rates by 50 bits per second. Deteriorating foreign currency reserves hit the rupee, which depreciated by almost 29% since December 2017.